Hey everyone, it's Raphael from XX Raphael Productions, and one of the most common questions after the Crisis crossover is how the events of The Flash Season 2 played out in the new multiverse. Now before we begin this video, because recently Eric Wallace, who is the showrunner of The Flash, also confirmed that Zoom is most likely making a return in the future, so this article here is very good. I will leave it in the description below. So this could mean that Zoom is most likely either still alive, or will return as Black Flash, or will somehow be resurrected. Because keep in mind that the last time we saw Zoom was at the end of Season 3 finale, where Black Flash, that's Zoom after he got turned into the Black Flash when the Time Wraiths came and took him, tried to erase Savitar, but Killer Frost put an end to him. So then, many people speculated at this time, so this is all the way back in like 2017, yeah, because Season 3 was 2017, so many people speculated whether Zoom was truly dead or if he would return in the future, and now it seems like we might finally be getting an answer to this question because the showrunner, Eric Wallace, has finally acknowledged Zoom's character at last. And especially in the new multiverse where the events of Season 2 are so different, pretty much anything is now possible, and I'll also explain why, because out of every season of The Flash that has been affected by the new multiverse changes, Season 2 is pretty much the season that has been the most affected, and I will get into that right now. So, before we begin though, let's go ahead and take you to Season 6, Episode 10, where so far the confirmed events in the new multiverse are Zoom and his meta-human army getting their powers from the Singularity instead of being from Earth 2. Now, if you remember at the end of the Crisis crossover, Earth 2 in the new multiverse is an entirely different Earth from the pre-Crisis multiverse, so this means that most of what happened regarding Season 2, focusing on Earth 2 and Earth 1, are very, very different. So, Zoom and his metahuman army got their powers from the Singularity, which, if you remember, the Singularity is the massive event at the end of Season 1, so that's after the death of Reverse Flash. It is also said that the Metapocalypse, which is the event in Season 2, Episode 22, still happened as well, but Team Flash were able to successfully stop Zoom and his army. So, now, this also means that Henry Allen is still dead in this new universe, although the funeral is located... the grave of Henry Allen and Nora Allen were located in a different area, but the death of Henry Allen definitely still happened in the new multiverse, alright? So, an interesting question is now raised whether how exactly the rest of Season 2 would play out, because another important factor here is that the new characters, the post-Crisis characters were not aware of the new multiverse, and since Season 2 in the pre-Crisis universe is mostly focused on Earth 2 and Earth 1, this poses a big problem in the new timeline as the majority of these events never happened in the new multiverse. So this also means that the Season 2 finale where Barry and Zoom were racing, so you remember the whole race with the Magnetar and stuff where Zoom's endgame was to destroy the entire multiverse and leave Earth 1 alive, but if the characters are not aware of the new multiverse, this means that Zoom's entire endgame must be 100% different, and the Barry versus Zoom as a result, like in the final episode of Season 2, is entirely different from the one that we saw in the Season 2 finale in the pre-Crisis universe, alright? So this means that a lot of the events like, let's see, Welcome to Earth 2 and Escape from Earth 2 in Season 2, Episode 13 and Episode 14 also did not happen or must have happened differently, which I will actually get into as we discuss Jesse Quick as well. So this other problem is the entire plot of rescuing Jesse Quick, alright? So it is confirmed in Earth Prime that Harrison Wells still existed and was also murdered by Eobard Thawne. So basically Thawne still takes over Wells' identity. He, does the particle accelerator. Season 1's events still happen, which I will also talk about the Season 1 and how different it is as well, because there's also a time where it was confirmed that Barry can throw lightning as early as Season 1. It was confirmed in Season 6, Episode 18, alright? So I will get into that as well, like after this video. So, this show hasn't acknowledged Harry Wells and original Wells all coexisting in one Earth. And this is to elaborate this point, because I know Season 7 shows that Nash Wells has all the other Wells embedded into him, but this is going to be talking about the events prior to Season 6 in the new multiverse, so this means that Harry Wells and original Wells all coexisted in one Earth, so that poses a big problem because this show hasn't actually acknowledged this. Let me go ahead and explain this right now. The show hasn't yet acknowledged how this would have been possible, but yeah. This also means that the whole plot of rescuing Jesse from Zoom either did not happen, or if it did happen, it certainly wasn't the same. Because like I said before, Season 2, Episode 13 and Episode 14 focused on rescuing Jesse Quick, but they had to travel to Earth 2 in order to do that. So, if there is no Earth 2, well, I mean, there is Earth 2, but it's very different. So, if the characters are unaware of the new multiverse, or if a rescue mission still happened, it has to be somewhere else on the same Earth. It cannot be them traversing the multiverse to save Jesse Quick. That's assuming a rescue mission even happened, because, like I said before, the show hasn't acknowledged the problem of a doppelganger Wells in the new multiverse, and they all have to coexist on one Earth. So it's very possible that a rescue mission did not even happen at all. But this is if a rescue mission still happened, it would be on the same Earth. It wouldn't be traversing the multiverse to save Jesse Quick. So that is all for now, folks, and hopefully we do see Zoom returning in the future, as he was one of the best villains that this show has had to offer so far. And like I said before, it's a good sign that Eric Wallace is acknowledging Zoom's presence, because this means that he has bigger plans for Zoom in the future. And like I said in the beginning of the video, with the new multiverse being so different from the pre-crisis universe, this means that Zoom most likely survived Season 2 as well, which, like I said before, it can happen. I know that it was confirmed that Team Flash put a stop to Zoom and his army, but that doesn't mean that they killed Zoom, so it's possible he could still return later on. So, we have seen Thawne many times throughout the show, and we've also seen a Savitar flashback in a Season 7 episode, so it would be very refreshing to see Zoom in a recent season. So yeah, that is all for this video. Thanks again for watching. Raphael out, and I will see you soon.